Hi there and welcome to Miriam's Manor. I am Miriam. Thank you guys so much for joining me back for another video. Today's video will be my 2021 spring home tour. And one thing that I want to quickly mention that I have mentioned before in the past is when I am decorating a new space or a new season, I don't like to spend a lot of money on seasonal decor. It just doesn't stay up long enough for me to spend a ton of money on. So the first thing that I do is check my closet to see what I can reuse or repurpose in a new way throughout the different seasons. The other thing that I do that I keep in mind is decorating and designing with my family in mind. I love to make sure that there's something in there for all of us so we can all love the space that we're in. So my husband and my son really love bright colors, and my daughter loves every creature that God has created. So for this spring, I have used a lot of yellows and lime greens and blues as the color palette, with whites as my anchor pieces to satisfy my husband and my son. And then my daughter, I've incorporated a lot of bunnies and birds and things like that in the design this year for the spring. So I was decorating when my kids were gone, and my kids came home, and it was so funny because my daughter immediately noticed all the little creatures around the house, and my son noticed all the colors. They both commented on the things that they loved. So it was just such a beautiful response once they came home and saw the house completed for the spring. So I hope that offers some inspiration to you on how you can go about planning out your different decor throughout the year, and more specifically for the spring. So check this out and let me know what you think. I did want to add a little bit of spring to my front entryway area, so I pulled out some old lanterns and paired them with some little springtime touches like this little rake and some lavender in one. I also added these large bunnies that were gifted to me by my neighbor, Miss Phyllis. And lastly, I did create this spring wreath, and I did keep the same color scheme in mind with the yellows and lime greens to match the interior space. I didn't add a great deal of spring to my formal living room space, but I did want to show you the small touch that I did add to this room. I made this large shadow box last year for Christmas and had large ornaments hanging in them, but I decided to repurpose this piece for spring, so I added two cute bunnies and a "He is Risen" sign in the middle of that, and then put some greenery on both ends to just bring in a little springtime touch to this space. In my great room space, I have completely changed the color palette in here. So I have used flowers, animals, greenery, and bright colors to give this space a spring makeover. I have repurposed these vases this year for the spring. They were originally red, and I spray painted them white to go with the space. I do have a separate video on how I put this tablescape together. It is under my decor playlist under Spring Tablescape 2021. I will wrap up this tour today with my kitchen. So I stayed consistent with my family room space and added springtime elements by using a variety of flowers and bright colors. I also use fruit in my kitchen, since it is the kitchen, to add a little pop of color. I did add some white vases on my counters with some tulips and daffodils and cute little happy Easter bunnies. And then I also decided this year to add decor to the top of my cabinets. So I used mainly all white pieces and then added some soft yellow hydrangea vines with some different greenery to complete the space. So thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today. If you have enjoyed the video, please give me a big thumbs up. I'd really appreciate it. Also, don't forget to share it and subscribe to my channel. Also, click on that notification bell if you don't want to miss my upcoming videos. I do have another one coming up on my spring garden to show you guys how that's coming along, the catastrophe that I just recently had in my garden over the past couple of days, as well as the blessings behind it. So don't forget to click on that notification bell. And until I see you again, stay safe, God bless you, and I hope to see you back soon. Bye.